Hey everybody, I'm down at the toy store. We're gonna be doing something a little bit more relaxed today. The toy store is closed. There isn't a whole lot I want to jump into, but it's been a while since we've done viewer comments, community questions, whatever we want to call it. I really wanted to make that a big part of the channel. A lot of different reasons. When you're watching this from the outside, you might have questions, right? Or when I'm doing it from the inside, I might glaze over something, but I might be talking about something with no context, or I need to explain something a little bit better. So this will be a perfect forum. If anyone has any questions, any comments, I do try to answer all the comments I can. If I skip over you, it's not on purpose. As long as it's constructive, whether it's good or bad, I will answer. I'll come in, I'll say what I'm thinking, and that's kind of what I want this to be, just kind of an open forum. If you're new to the channel, or if you've been here for a while, I'll kind of explain what I'm doing. And I'm going to touch on that. I'm going to go back to that here in a second. But I'll read off the comments. I won't shout out your name. I won't put you out there or anything like that. And I might combine comments if they're about the same subject. I'm about to show everybody how it's going to work, right? There are comments that say, hey, good job, keep it up, store's looking great. I just want to say thanks to everybody that watches, likes, shares, subscribes. It really keeps the channel going, motivates me to keep making these videos. I don't know if I'd still be banging my head against the wall doing this if it wasn't for everybody out there. And I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna jump into one that I'm not looking forward to. And it's not because it's a bad comment. It's just because it's something I really need to start. And that is show a back room update for the next video. There's other comments relating to the back room, right? And before I show everybody the back room, I just want to give some context for this, okay? It is looking super messy right now because I was moving stuff around, looking for shelving, and yeah, it's pretty bad. Here it is. It's looking really bad, I know, but we were cleaning all this out back here, stacking up boxes, putting up shelves. And this stuff right up front, I chucked in here Sunday because I had pulled it all out to go through it. I didn't have enough time. So it didn't look like that pre-Sunday. That looks pretty bad, right? I mean, not looks bad. That is bad. Let's call it like we see it, okay? I just haven't had the time to get back there and get that properly fixed up, cleaned up, arranged, whatever we're saying here. It's not gonna stay like that for long, okay? We got this. Jumping off the back room, it was kind of on the same video. There was some comments about the back area where I'm putting all the deliveries, and there is a solution for that. The solution is we ordered 10 more of these. So it's not gonna look like this. It's gonna look like these stacked up on top of each other, all in order, clear, pushed to the back. You won't even be able to see any of the toys like this. The reason it's really looked this bad, this hectic, the deliveries would come in these huge boxes. I mean, yeah, you might get one or two Gaylords, some loose toys, but you could throw them in the boxes. Like, this is something that's just started happening recently. We were working the problem. That doesn't come across in the videos. It generally looks like I have a huge disaster going in here. I think we're getting a way better handle on how we're gonna process our toys coming in, the new inventory system, and I hope I can show a little bit better progress the next time we get a delivery. Let's do a delivery update while we're talking about that. We wanted to kind of wait while the toys we currently have cycle through the process. A lot of the times you'll see the same toys for like a week or two, and we are now starting to see different types of toys in the loads. We've been doing a little bidding, looking around, and you're probably gonna see a delivery real soon. Wink, wink. We're gonna kind of wrap several comments into one, and it's gonna have to do with what I call scuffed toys. Everyone's probably sick of me saying the word scuff, but basically toys I can't sell because Lego returns for one. Toys that are missing maybe one or two items out of the package, or maybe it's missing this item or missing that item. Generally, if the boxes are real destroyed, we can tape that up, we can figure it out. As long as the toy's all there, we can sell it. But we do get quite a bit of toys that we cannot sell. I like to show those toys off. I like to pull the Lego out in the bags. I can see how it looks like we get a lot of bad toys, but it's 20%. That's the number we want to go by. Sometimes it's 15%, sometimes it's 25%, but the average is 20%. I don't want to put everyone to sleep with numbers. 8 out of the 10 toys we get are good. Kind of jumping off that, there was a comment about Legos coming back in freezer bags. I was really surprised about how often this must happen. It seems like everything I get bad, that's Lego anyway, it comes back in a freezer bag. Like somebody built it, threw it back in there and brought it back, or someone took the set out, took the Legos, put crappy Legos back in, returned it. It just happens a lot more than you think. The reason I show it so much, I guess, is because I'm still surprised by it. It seems like you would just, you know, once you have it home, just build it and enjoy it. The most surprising one I ever found, and it wasn't when I had the store, it was before. I'd bought the set from somebody, and I don't know if they did it or somebody else did it. They had shoved different types of pasta noodles back in there, glued it back, and sold it. So that's the weirdest one I've seen, and it happens. The next one kind of goes off the last ones. I don't mean to keep beating up on the damaged goods stuff, but the as-is section we're kind of working on. I'm seeing some different ideas come across about that, some different comments. The last load was 1,600 toys. You say 25% we can't sell. That means you've got 400 toys that you would be putting potentially in an as-is section. And that would be huge, right? I mean, we get 2, maybe more loads a month, and you would have 800, 1,000 toys in the as-is section. It wouldn't be sustainable. We're not really trying to do as-is stuff. We understand you have to recoup your money, right? But we're trying to do a certain type of store, and that would take us over. That would take over the store eventually, and you'd just be doing as-is stuff. That seemed really rambly, and we've only done like 2 or 3 comments, so I'm trying to condense this down if I can. I'm gonna sum all of these up into one deal. Someone said it seemed like we're just having bad luck with Target. We are not. Target is amazing overstock. I don't mean to make it seem that way. I just like to show off the bad stuff, and I'm trying to steer away from that a little bit. There you go. Target has amazing overstock. I don't want to deter anyone that's thinking about it, but at the same time, don't use my channel for guidance, right? First toy store, and I'm probably not like a good educational source for how to do it, because it took a lot of failure to get to where we are at today. Not only failure, you learn these lessons through money, okay? We lost a lot of money before we started making money. All right, the dinosaur from Toy Story, his name is Rex. Thank you, Mom, Rex. One thing, FAO, or FAO for your old schoolers, FAO short stuff does have a different type of packaging. Feels Christmassy to me. The comment was, you know, it's kind of a gift box feel. That's really what I'm relating to. It just seems like something that would be for Christmas. I don't know why. It's just in my head. And let's move on. I'm gonna combine a couple again about progress, motivating someone to get their figs in order, whatever it is. I do tend to start a lot of projects in here. It might seem like it's a lot longer in the video, but I do start, finish, restart, redo stuff in the store. It's an ever evolving thing. The store is like this living organism. It just continues to evolve. And let's take the Funko wall, for example. It started out as a real small section like this. It's gonna get bigger. It might shrink a little bit. We are selling a lot of Funko, and we're having a little bit harder time finding good collections to buy right now. And that's just the way it is. That's the good thing about the slat wall stuff. That's a good thing about how the toy store's set up. A lot of the shelves, a lot of the units have wheels, and we can move on the fly. We can change the mission, we can adapt. We can do what we want based off our inventory. That's how the toy store was set up. That is definitely the vibe we are trying to put out. We want the inventory to change. We want it to be different. We do not, and I can't stress this enough, we do not want the same stuff sitting on the shelf week after week after week. We want the inventory to change. We want variety. We want the best prices. And yeah, I'm kind of going off on a big thing right there. That's the goal. That's the idea. Keep it changing, keep it fluid, keep the repeat customers coming back, make new customers, keep the big cycle going. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it this awesome process. That's what makes it a unique toy store. This place is just its own thing. I don't think I've ever been in a toy store like this. I get pretty pumped when I think about it, and I get excited when I talk about it. I keep it pretty transparent in the videos. I want people to know what's going on around the store. So let's get to another comment before I make this video really long. There was one about selling candy for kids. That's kind of something we're looking into. We're really trying to focus on keeping the register area a little bit cleaner and have better items up there for like impulse buys. I know it doesn't look like that now, but that is definitely something that's being discussed. One that I would really love to do. There was a comment about doing a stream of the store. It's just logistically, it's just not possible. I'm a pretty big believer in personal privacy, even though I do a YouTube channel. I just want a space where people can come in, not have to worry about being on camera. And that's kind of why I keep it behind the scenes too. It's kind of an outlet for me. It's something I like to do. It keeps me busy, which is pretty important. Idle time for me is not good time. Too many things could go wrong there. So the YouTube channel keeps me busy. And yes, I would love to do a live stream. That's a really long answer. It's just not possible. Long answer to a short question. Let's hit the next one. I had someone mention the action figure wall, how it's their favorite. And then I had someone talking about the refresh. So that kind of all ties in together. Figure wall got a big refresh and it just looks really clean. Can't say enough about the wire shelving. It does look a lot better. I didn't realize how much of an improvement that was until I did that falling back shot there. It looks a lot better than it did. Why didn't somebody tell me to put wire shelves up there? Someone said do $50 or $100 mystery boxes, and I like that idea. The only downfall I could see to that, you put $50 or $100 into a box, you ship it or someone local buys it, and then they look through there and they're like, man, I got ripped off. And they could go give you a bad review, or I don't know. There's a bunch of different things that could happen with that. If you're looking at the item in the store, you know what you're buying, you know what you're getting. There's no debate or there's no, hey, I got ripped off type thing, because you can see it. A mystery box might be an issue there. So there's one more, and it's going to be the really serious one of the video. It's about transitioning from my full-time job into running the toy store as my income. Well, the best way to put it, the toy store is still relatively new. So we've only been here since the middle of November. That means we've only been going for about 3.5 months. It is just way too early to make that really tough decision. There's a couple big things. Only being open 24 hours a week. Absolutely. I 100% believe that is hurting the toy store more than it is helping the toy store. Those are some pretty limited hours. I mean, if you think about it, you're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 3 to 6. That's not very much, right? That's 3 to 6. Saturday, you're a good spread, 10 to 6 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's pretty good hours. And then Sunday noon to 5. That's decent. But the hours during the week, it doesn't exist. So I have to believe that if you were open, say, noon to 7 every day versus the limited hours we're on now, I have to think you would make more money, that you would get more sales. There's no real good way for me to test that without quitting my job and just making the jump. We really don't want to hire somebody right now. We don't think we're in the position to do that. So we're just gonna have to ride it out for a little bit longer and see how it works. I still got to be able to pay the bills. It's just really expensive out there. Gas is high, groceries are high, my utilities feel like they've doubled. But that's just life, right? It goes in cycles, ups and downs. But I still have to keep all that in mind when I decide if I can make the jump or not. And it's just too early. I would love to, don't get me wrong. I would really love to. I'm very passionate about this place. I know I could do a lot better if I had a lot more time. It's just not possible right now. Hopefully that didn't bring anybody down. I wasn't trying to Debbie Downer the video. It's going to be a longer video. If you've made it this far, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. It really helps the channel. And until next time, I will see you later. Peace.